To be honest, we've heard too many horror stories from students in these countries telling us how difficult the job search has been. A lot of them end up coming back. So we can't recommend any other countries with any strong level of conscience. There is so much concern about pursuing a master's degree in the US due to the Trump administration and talks of possible recession and multiple other factors. Well, while I believe that it's not something that you have to worry about too much, it is also our job to provide you with alternative countries where you can have a promising career after a master's degree. We don't believe or promote any single country. You have to pick the one that suits you best. We help you with application processes to all of them. So rest assured, this video is going to be an unbiased an honest reflection of the best countries in terms of job opportunities where you can pursue a master's degree. So stay tuned and you'll get a lot of useful information in the next few minutes. While it's in your interest to stay tuned to the entire length of this video, I'm going to tell you about the countries that I'm going to talk about right at the beginning so that you know what's coming. The Netherlands, France, Germany, and Ireland. So there you have it. However, it's not as simple as that because job opportunities are not homogeneous across sectors for each of these countries. Some countries have strengths in some sectors, whereas some others have strengths in other sectors. I'm going to explain which kinds of master's degrees and which kinds of job roles you can break into for each country. The first country that I'm going to cover is the largest economy in Europe and perhaps in terms of job opportunities, the best after the US. Germany has terrific opportunities across sectors because of the sheer size of its economy. Now, when you're picking a country for your masters, you have to ensure that either the manufacturing sector is strong or the tech sector is strong. There are jobs in the services sector for foreign candidates, but typically it's the manufacturing and tech sectors that hire international candidates a lot more. You know that Germany has a very, very strong manufacturing sector. It also has a very strong tech sector. You can get into biotech and pharma roles as well. Management, consulting, and finance are also pretty popular in Germany at this point in time. However, keep in mind that if you have to go to Germany, make sure you learn the language. Even if the university you're attending is teaching you in English, you'll have to understand that the entire job search process in Germany, including your resumes, your cover letters, the interview process, will be in German. Therefore, irrespective of what your consultants tell you, don't go to Germany without having a strong grip on the German language. I would recommend at least a B1 or B2 level qualification before you start on your master's journey and improve your skills while you're at the program. Now, of course, just having job opportunities is not enough. The visa norms have to be friendly for international students too. Germany allows you to stay back for 18 months after your master's degree to stay back and look for a job. Once you secure that job, within that 18-month period, you are offered a work permit and you can hold down that work permit as long as you hold down a job. Now we move on to another strong emerging tech economy, which is the Netherlands. The Netherlands has good job opportunities for people graduating with master's degrees in computer science or even mechanical engineers breaking into the manufacturing sector. Even renewable energy is a promising area. Therefore, some of you chemical engineers might be interested in Netherlands as a prospect. Additionally, if you want to do management related degrees and want to break into fintech, finance, marketing or management consulting roles, there are good number of opportunities within the Netherlands. Of course, the Netherlands also offers a couple more advantages. The first thing is that the language barrier is not as big in the Netherlands. Within the professional space, you can survive by being an English-speaking candidate largely. Secondarily, the Netherlands offers a 12-month stay-back period during which you can stay and look for a job. Once again, with 18 months in Germany and 12 months in the Netherlands, with both being good job markets, you should be able to secure employment. Now, while we are discussing the best countries and at the end of this video, you'll have some clarity about your options, you'll have to understand how you can make it to the best universities within these countries. The countries may be good, but you have to ensure you go to a top-notch university housed within these countries to ensure that you have a good career ahead. Now, we are doing a webinar for absolutely free where we are going to tell you about the best countries for various degrees, how you need to build a profile to make it to the top universities for these programs, what the application timelines, strategies and requirements are for these universities, and also certain pitfalls and mistakes that a lot of candidates make that you can avoid. Join us for this free webinar. The link for the same is in the description of this video. Additionally, if you want to interact with me and the rest of the Gradvine team about all your study abroad queries and get counseling done with the convenience of texting, We have WhatsApp communities that you can join, once again for absolutely free. Join our fall 2026 and spring 2026 groups today. The links to join the same are in the description, and you'll have Gradvine by your side throughout the application process. Now, another country that is emerging within the tech space, and I'm covering tech because a lot of our viewers are engineers at the end of the day. Isn't most of India engineers? Well, I'm talking about Ireland. A lot of American companies are setting up shop in Ireland, and fortunately, at this point in time, the recruitment disparity between local candidates and international candidates is not that high. You have a 2-year stayback period during which you can stay and look for a job. And admittedly, Ireland is not as big an economy, and therefore the number of opportunities are not going to be as high as in Germany or the Netherlands. Secondarily, Ireland is a good destination if you have prior work experience. We've heard reliably from several hundreds of students that people with upwards of 3 or 4 years of work experience are securing jobs far more easily than freshers or somebody with very limited work experience. So keep that in mind while considering Ireland. If you do have the profile, the work experience, and maybe even the network to crack a job, it may be a good destination considering the 2-year stayback period, the work permit that comes after, and the PR that is a possibility. Now, it is ironic that I'm doing the last country in front of a US map, but I'm going to talk about France. Now, France is not as strong for tech-related jobs. But if you're planning to do an MBA or an MIM or a marketing or a finance degree, essentially anything management related, it is a strong destination. Perhaps even if you want to do an analytics degree, there is a lot of scope because management consulting companies are hiring internationals within France. Now you have a 2-year stayback period in France, during which you can stay back and do a part-time job as well and sustain yourself. And once again, like the other European countries, if you secure a job within those 2 years, you get your work permit. And if you do have that work permit down for 5 years, there is a possibility that you will get your PR. So France is a strong destination if you're planning to do anything management related. So these are the countries that we can recommend to you in very good conscience. Now there might be a few folks who will take up arms and say, why didn't you include UK on the list or Canada on the list? To be honest, we've heard too many horror stories from students in these countries telling us how difficult the job search has been. A lot of them end up coming back. So we can't recommend any other countries with any strong level of conscience. Once again, if you'd like help with applying to master's programs in any of these countries, Gradvine is always by your side to help out. You can schedule a free consultation with our team using the links in the description. Apart from that, if you found this content useful, please do like, share and subscribe, and we'd love to see your support.